Hi guys, Miss K here and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how I got this ombre set with these butterflies. So if you're interested in seeing that, then keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is pushing back her cuticles. You always want to make sure that you push the eponychium back to expose that cuticle that's left on the skin. This helps with your retention when you go in to apply your acrylic. Then I'm going in with my needlepoint drill bit and I'm going to use this up the sidewalls, around the cuticle, and then down the other sidewall. And I go from right to left with my McCart Stephanie e-file in the forward position. Now I do the same process on all of the nails, and as you can see, it really is removing that little bit of cuticle that's still stuck to her nail. Then I go in with my cuticle ball bit and I go from right to left again around the cuticle, and this helps further remove any extra cuticle that may still be stuck to the nail bed. And then I also like to put it into reverse and then come back around the opposite direction, so that way I can make sure that I got both sides of her cuticle and both sides of her sidewalls. Now going in with my fine grit sanding band on my mandrel bit, I'm going to go around the cuticle area again and then across the surface of the nail. This just helps to remove the shine from the nail, so that way you don't have any problems with adhesion when applying your acrylic. Now I'm going in with my tip cutters. I applied these tips and I'll link them in the description box below. So here she is checking out to see how long it is and if she likes the length or not. She said it was a little long. So I'm going to go in and take a teensy bit more off. It was funny because compared to my nails, they're super short. And she was like, it's really not even that long, but she wanted them a little shorter than that. So, you know, they're her nails, so that's her choice. She likes them short, and they're still cute, okay? Then here I'm using my Tammy Taylor peel and stick file to kind of further straighten out that edge that I cut, just to make sure that they're nice and straight. Alrighty, once I'm done with that, I'll be going in with some Young Nail Swipe. This helps to dehydrate and cleanse the nail plate for when we go in with our application process. Now using Mia Secrets Nail Prep, this is a dehydrator as well. I like to kind of double up on my products just because I feel like it helps with my adhesion even more. So then I'm going in with my Mia Secret Extra Bond, and this is a primer, and I really like the two together, the nail prep and the Extra Bond. I'll link them below, but they do come in a package deal. You can get them off of Amazon. And then after I apply the Extra Bond, I'll be applying Protein Bond by Young Nails. And I only apply these products to the natural nail. I'm not taking them along the tip. So basically, that's 4 products that are going to help with adhesion. Now going in with the application process, I am using the Mia Secrets Clear Acrylic, and I'm just going to be putting a thin layer of clear acrylic on all of her nails. I feel like this helps with lifting, and also when you go back in later on to do a backfill or even a regular fill and you're filing down, then once you get to that clear layer, you know that you're almost to the natural nail, so you can file down pretty far without damaging the natural nails. So I try to implement this into every set that I do. Sometimes I do forget because, you know, I got pregnancy brain. But I try to remember to do it for every set. So I'm doing that on all 10 of the nails. Okay, now I'm going to be applying Valentino's acrylic powder in number 158, and it's just this like salmony peachy pink color, and I'm only applying this on the bottom half of the nail, and I want to make sure that when I apply it I kind of blend the top so that way it fades. Since we are going to be doing an ombre, I don't want there to be a super harsh line where my two colors meet. So I'm doing that on the pinky. I'm also doing it on the first finger and on her thumb. So I just apply it where the tip meets the natural nail. I make sure that it's not super thick or bulky, so when I go in with my next color, it'll fade really nicely and be a really pretty ombre. And I make sure that I'm continuously wiping the sides and the tip of the nail, so that way it can keep the shape, so when I go back into file, I don't have a whole bunch of filing to do. So I'll just let you watch me do this, and then I'll come back in a second. Alrighty, now I'm going in with Kiara Sky's Cover Acrylic in Boba Time, and I'm going to apply this a little bit above where I had applied the Valentino color, and then I'm wiping it down really gently, and then I go in right above that for my cuticle bead, push it up into the cuticle, and then wipe it down really gently as well. And when you're gentle as you're wiping it down, it really causes this beautiful ombre to appear. That's how you get the nice ombre effect, is by brushing it down but using tiny little beads. Well, that's what I do. I use little beads so that when I wipe it down it fades into the color that I had placed prior to this color. So now I'm doing that again, applying this bead. I'm going to wipe it down, and the smaller the bead is, the easier it is for me to control. And then I'm just going to repeat that same process with Valentino's acrylic and then the Kiara Sky acrylic on the thumb as well. Alright, so as you guys can see, when I apply my cuticle bead, I don't put it right at the cuticle. I put it a teensy bit below, and then I push it up into the cuticle. I feel like this helps with it running all over the nail. Sometimes it's still gonna do it, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Nobody's perfect. But I always just make sure that I go back in and clean it up, and then try and smooth out that cuticle as much as I can. So I'm going to apply this until I like the coverage that it's giving, that beautiful ombre. And then I'm going back in on this one to kind of just, you know, thicken it up a little bit more, give it more of an ombre effect. It's really just trial and error, you know, do it as much as you like to. Now here I'm going in with my custom glitter mix that I made. I tried to zoom in, but I was still out of frame, so I'm sorry about that. But I just apply the glitter mix to the ring finger and the middle finger where the natural nail meets the nail tip, and then I just wipe it down. I'm doing an extremely thin layer because we are putting the butterflies on this and then we're going to encapsulate it. So now going in with the Valentino Beauty Pure, that salmony pink color that I used before in 158, I'm using this as the color that's going to ombre into the glitter. So before we used it on the tip, this time we're using it on the cuticle area. So I place that on, wipe it down. Now I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the glitter mix, just to kind of add a little more of an ombre effect to the whole nail, because I feel like that Valentino Pure kind of took away from the glitter effect that I had on there. So I apply that, and then I'm going in with these beautiful little butterfly flakes. I'm pretty sure I got them off of Amazon. I may have gotten them from the nail supply store. I'm not 100% sure, but they both have them, so you can find them really anywhere. And I'm just applying those in a little staggered form on top of where the glitter's at. So I'm applying 3 little butterflies on both nails and just kind of pushing them to where I like how they look. And yeah, that's about it. Then after I'm done applying the butterflies on them, I'm going to encapsulate all of the nails because they're ombre. You don't want to go back in and start filing and then it take away from your ombre or anything. So I'm using Mia Secret's clear acrylic again, which is the same clear acrylic that I used in the very beginning when I put that thin layer on to start with. So I'm using that same acrylic, and I'm just going to use this on top of all of them. And this helps for when you go to file, it won't ruin your ombre. So this is just capping all of the nails. And also I use the clear acrylic to help build the structure of the nail and get the shape that I want and I like. Alrighty, so I don't know what happened to the footage of me filing her nails, but it's gone. So now I'm going in with Young Nails Swipe, and I'm wiping her nails down to get any of those filings off before I go in with my top coat. And then after I'm done with this, I'm going to be using the Beetles Top Coat Top Gel. This is one of my favorite ones. Well, actually, no, this is my favorite one. I used to like the D&D one, but this one took over. It's my favorite. I like Beetles gel polishes, personally. So I'm going to apply this to all of her nails, and then I'm going to have her cure them in the light for 1 to 2 minutes just to make sure that they're fully cured. And this is a no wipe top coat, so you don't have to wipe off that tacky layer when you're done, which I love. Alrighty, once I'm done with that, I apply her cuticle oil, and then this is the finished product, you guys. They turned out so beautiful. I love them, super classy, and I hope you have an awesome birthday, Hannah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.